Alright, now let's start with the HTML part. In my earlier tutorials, I have completed the entire HTML part and then moved to the CSS part and then to the JavaScript part, but this time I'm not going to complete the entire HTML for this website and then move to the CSS part. Instead, what I'm going to do is create one section of the website in HTML, then move to the CSS part to style it and complete it before we move to the next part of the website. So this is like the divide and conquer technique that we use in algorithms. This is going to be better and you will understand how we are using CSS on various part of the website. So now let's get into the body part and write ID attribute as my-portfolio. Add another attribute data-spy as scroll, data-target as .navbar, then data-offset equals 60. So these attributes are used for getting that ScrollSpy in the website. I have already shown you what ScrollSpy is. Whichever part of the website is active in the viewport or on the browser's screen is reflected in the navigation bar by the active link. And we have kept this data-target as .navbar because we want this ScrollSpy to reflect on the Navbar links, and this .navbar is the default class for the navigation bar in Bootstrap. Then drop down, and now let's begin with a comment. We are going to start with the header, which contains that banner text, that cover image and the navigation bar. So we are going to complete the HTML part for the header, which contains the navigation bar, the banner text and the cover image, and then we will move to the CSS part to style the header. Alright, create a header tag, write class attribute as container-fluid. Container-fluid takes the width of the screen. It is an responsive class of Bootstrap. Space bg-header, and we are going to style this bg-header class later in the CSS. Then ID as home, and this is the ID that we are going to use in the navigation bar for the home link, so that when we click on the home button in the navigation bar, this part of the website is scrolled up or down depending upon the part of the website opened in the viewport. Then drop down and write a comment for adding background color. Then create a div tag and give class as header-bg-gray, and we will use this class to add a little gray color to our cover image. Then drop down and let's write a comment. Navigation bar begins, and now we are going to define the navigation bar. Then drop down and create a nav tag and write class attribute as navbar space navbar-dark. This is the default class for the dark colored navbar template. Space bg-dark. This class adds the dark color to the default navbar. Space fixed-top, and this class is responsible for keeping the navbar always on top. Then write ID as my-navbar. Okay, now we need to define three parts for this navbar. First part consists of the brand logo, which is on the top left corner. Then we need to define the collapse button, which replaces the navbar when navbar is collapsed. And then we need to define the navbar links, which are the main part of the navbar. So now let's write a comment first. Navbar brand logo. Then create a tag, and in hypertext reference write #home, so that when we click on the navbar brand logo, the part of the website defined by this header will be scrolled up because this header has the ID home. Then write class attribute equals navbar-brand. Then create a img tag in between these tags. And now let's first see the name of the logo. Open this img folder, Then we have this bw-logo-t3.png. This is the logo that we are going to use. In source, write img/bw-logo-t3.png. Save this. And now let's open the file in the browser so that we can observe the changes that we are making. Alright, so this is the navbar. This is the logo. Let's fit the logo in the navbar. Write style equals within double inverted commas height colon 35 pixels. Save it. Now let's define the collapse button. Write a comment first. Toggler button to replace the navbar when navbar is collapsed. Then create a button tag. Write class as navbar-toggler. Then write type attribute button. Then write data-toggle as collapse. Then write data-target as hash navbar-content. aria-controls equals navbar-content. Then write aria-expanded false. aria-label as toggle space navigation. This aria-controls attribute is actually a relationship attribute, and it is commonly used to describe our relationship between a button and the expandable region revealed by that button. And this aria-expanded is a global attribute which is used for exactly this purpose. It takes one of the two values, either true or false. True means a section that this element denotes is currently expanded or visible, and false means the expandable section or items are currently collapsed or invisible. And this aria-label attribute is used to define a string that labels the current element. Then drop down and create a span tag and write class attribute as navbar-toggler-icon. This is the default class for that toggler icon in Bootstrap. Refresh in the browser and you can see this toggler button. Now let's define the links or the navbar content for this button. Write a comment navbar links. We defined the navbar brand logo. Then we defined the toggler button, and now we are going to define the navbar links. Create a div tag and write class as collapse space navbar-collapse and id as navbar-content. You can observe that this is the same id which is the target for that toggler button, navbar-content. So when we click on the button, it will get the data from this div element containing the id as navbar-content. Alright, then create a ul tag, that is the unlisted item, and class as navbar-nav space ml-auto. This ml-auto class is going to right align the links. It will set the left margin in a way that the links are right aligned. Then get down and create a li tag, that is the list tag, and write class as nav-item. Then create a tag, h-reference as hash home, class as nav-link, and the text as home. So this will create a navbar link in the navbar with the name home, and when we click on the link, the part of the website which contains this id home will be opened up, which is actually the header section. So in the same way, we are going to create the rest of the links, or we can just copy this li part and paste it few times. Alright, change this to about, this one to portfolio, then testimonial, contact. You can see the ID of the header as home, which is the target for this A tag of the navbar link. Alright, let's see in the browser and click on the button, and we have all the links here. Now let's expand this navigation bar, and this is a new feature of Bootstrap 4, that if we want to expand the navbar in large screen, we need to add one more class to the nav tag, or else the navbar will always be collapsed. So let's add that class in the nav tag, where we have this class navbar. Write navbar hyphen expand hyphen md. So this will expand the navbar in screen sizes MD and above. Alright, save this, refresh it, and now let me just increase the size of the screen. And there we have all the links in the navbar expanded. So with this, we have completed the navigation bar, and we can minimize the navigation bar. And let me quickly add a comment. Alright, so now we are going to create the banner text. Write a comment, container for banner text, then create a div tag and write class as container. Then get down and create another div tag and write class as row. Then create one more div tag inside and write class as call-md-12. So this will take the entire width of the screen. Quickly begin with the comment, banner text. Then create a div tag and write class as banner-text. We will style this class later in CSS. Then create a h2 tag and write hi I am. Then create a span tag and write class attribute as decorate, and make sure that this span tag is within the h2 tag and not outside the h2 tag. And then within the span tag you can write your own name, just the first name, then get outside the span tag and write your middle name followed by your last name, or your middle initial and your last name, whichever you prefer. And we are going to style this decorate class in CSS to give it a cursive font style. Then drop down and create a p tag, and you can write whatever text you want. Then add a br tag. This will change the line, and on new line write ampersand amp semicolon. This will add that ampersand sign. Then designer. Alright, you can see the text in the browser, and you can see that in this banner text the first name is in cursive font style. So we are using decorate class for achieving this. Or you can add the style attribute to this span tag and change the font style here itself. But it will be better if we do this in CSS using a decorate class, so that we can use this class with other elements of the website later also. Alright, so get outside this div tag containing the class banner-text, and let's write a comment first. We are going to define the small button which scrolls to the about section. Then create a div tag and write class as scroll-text. -to-about, then text-center, then drop down and create a tag and hypertext reference as #about, then create a I tag. Within these a tags, I tag is for icons, then write class as fa space fa hyphen angle hyphen down. This is the class for that font awesome icons for getting that down angle icon. And this hypertext reference as #about will make sure that when we click on this button, the part of the website containing ID about will be scrolled. So this completes the HTML codes for this part of the website. And before moving to the next part, I am going to style this part in CSS so that we complete this part of the website before we move to the next part. Let's get inside the style tags. And write body, and since body is an HTML tag, we don't need to start with a dot or a hash symbol. We just simply write the name of the tag and then open curly braces and write line hyphen height as 1.4, then font 400 space 15 pixels space Roboto within single inverted comma, then comma, sans hyphen serif. 400 is the font weight, 15 pixel is the font size, and Roboto is the font family. Then letter hyphen spacing as 0.5 pixels. Then color as #333. This is the font color, and this hex code is for gray color. Then get outside the curly bracket and write A, then open curly braces. This is going to style all the links of the website. Then write outline as none. Now let's start styling the classes that we have used in the HTML. And start with this bg-header class. Write .bg-header, then background as URL, open bracket, then img/. And now let's see the name of the image, that banner image. Open the starter files, get inside the img folder, and we have this bg-banner.jpg. Alright, and refresh in the browser. So the image is behind the navigation bar. Then write no-repeat space fixed. So no-repeat will make sure that the image is not repeated again and again if the size of the image is small and the size of the screen is large. Then write background-size as cover. This will make sure that the image covers the element with which this class is used. Then write min-height as 630 pixels. This will give a minimum height to the image. Then position as relative. Refresh. And we have the image. Now let's style this header-bg-gray class, which is used to add a gray color or a gray filter to the image. Write background-color as RGBA, open bracket 0, 0, 0, 0.67, 3 zeros followed by a 0.67. The first three zeros represent the RGB, and the third one is the alpha, which defines the transparency. Then min hyphen height as 650 pixels. Refresh. So we need to get rid of the paddings from both sides. Write dot container hyphen fluid and padding as 0 all around. Refresh. Now let's style this navbar class. Write dot navbar. Write padding as 3 pixels. Space 16 pixels. 3 pixels is for the top bottom and 16 pixels is for the left right. Drop down and write dot navbar space dot navbar hyphen nav space dot active. Then font hyphen size 18 pixels. Font hyphen weight as 600. So this is going to style the active link in the navbar, and you can see that the outermost class is navbar. Then we have this navbar hyphen nav, and then the active class, which will be added by Bootstrap to the active link. And you can observe that the active link in the navbar is a little bit big than the rest of the links. Then write dot navbar hyphen nav, then greater than sign li, then again greater than sign a. This is going to format the a tags or the links which are inside the li tag, which are inside this navbar hyphen nav class. Then write font hyphen size as 14 pixels. Then font hyphen weight as 400. And color as hash triple F. This is the hex code for white color. Then outline as none. Save it. Refresh. Alright. Then write dot active and opacity as 1. Then dot navbar hyphen nav space dot nav hyphen item space dot nav hyphen link. So this is going to style all the links which are inside this nav hyphen link class. Then write transition as 0.3 seconds. You can see this is the navbar hyphen nav class, then this is the nav hyphen item class, and this is the nav hyphen link class, and this e tag is going to be styled, and this transition is going to add a smooth transition effect when we hover over the links. Let's copy this and paste it, and just add colon hover and add font hyphen size as 18 pixels. Save it. Observe that while hovering the font size is not changing for now. Refresh and the font size changes when we hover over the links. Let's format this toggler button. Then write dot navbar hyphen dark space dot navbar hyphen toggler colon hover comma space dot navbar hyphen dark space dot navbar hyphen toggler colon active. Then write background hyphen color as RGBA 255, 255, 255, 0.2. And this is the navbar hyphen toggler class used with the button. See that there is no hovering effect for now. Refresh. And now let's get rid of this blue color outline. Write transition as 0.3 seconds ease. Then let's get rid of that blue colored outline. Write button colon focus outline as none. Then background hyphen color as RGBA 255, 255, 255, 0.1. Alright, refresh. So this completes the styling part of the navigation bar as well. And now let's style the banner text. Write dot banner hyphen text, then border hyphen left as 5 pixels space solid space hash BE 2525, and this is going to add that red line to the left of the banner text. Then write padding as 15 pixels top bottom space 40 pixels left right. Then color as hash triple F. Then margin hyphen top as 170 pixels. Refresh. Let's style the h2 tag inside this banner text class. Write dot banner hyphen text space h2, then comma dot banner hyphen text space p. So we are going to style the p tag as well as the h2 tag inside the banner hyphen text class. Minimize this, and you can see that this div tag contains the class as banner hyphen text, and this is the h2 tag inside it, and that is the p tag. These two are going to be styled. Write font as 400 space 40 pixels space within single inverted commas. Write Questrial QUESTRIAL sans hyphen serif. Refresh it in the page. Now let's style the decorate class to get that cursive font style for the first name. Write dot decorate, then font hyphen family satisfy within single inverted commas, then comma cursive. Now let's style the scroll to about button, and this is the class. Dot scroll hyphen to hyphen about space a space I. So this will style the I tag which is inside the a tag, which is in turn inside the scroll hyphen to hyphen about class. Then write text hyphen align as center, position as absolute, bottom as minus 140 pixels, then font hyphen size as 24 pixels, color as hash triple F, then width as 40 pixels, then height as 40 pixels. Refresh. Alright, so this has a circular border. Let's add that. Right, border 1 pixels space solid space hash triple F. This is going to add a border of 1 pixel thick and white colored all around. Then line hyphen height as 40 pixels. Refresh. So we have a squared border. Then write border hyphen radius as 50%. Refresh it, and the border is circular now. Let me just copy this dot banner hyphen text space p and write line hyphen height as 1.4 just to increase the line height in the text which are defined under the p tag. Looks perfect now. So this completes this part of the website, that is the header part of the website, and we have created the navigation bar, the cover image as well as the banner text. And now we need to start with the about section that I am going to do in the next part. Thanks for watching.